right, Arcane fans and everybody else out there. We are going to continue looking at different kinds of nonfiction. We spent the last three classes looking at literary nonfiction. Today, we're going to move on to informational texts. Informational writing is a different kind of writing. Often, it's not really as fun to read. You don't have to read it in the same way. And so, kind of knowing how things are organized can streamline some of your reading. Often informational texts are things like math books, science books, things like that, and our Apex lessons about those kinds of things. So, how are we feeling this morning? I am so ready for class. I am so excited for class. So I am totally a 3. How about the rest of y'all? Where you at? Where are we? Oh, lots of 3s. Yay! Yay, Soren, it's so nice to have you here again. Thank you. Um, I do notice a lot of our cool people here. Oh, let's do a little warm up here. If you have glasses on like me, take them off. Rub your palms together, get some heat. If you're like me, my fingers are still cold and then it's really going to be weird, but put them on your face. And then I feel the cold on my forehead and the warm on my eyeballs. And then take a deep breath. Let me let in Carrie and do it again. Rub, 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 rub. And Lex, I'm so glad you are doing what you need to do your best learning. That is always the best choice. Um, oh, I guess it's okay that you researched more about him. I think that's pretty cool, Zizi. You want to tell us some of what you learned about John Steinbeck? Like maybe. I just put you on the spot. Sorry. So what we are going to do today, we're gonna just write about a picture. So a little kind of fun writing. You can make it informational, you can make it fiction, you can do whatever you want. And then we're going to do some exploration of what is nonfiction and what is like, well, what is like informational text versus narrative text. So we're gonna look at those a little bit. And then I have some text for you to read and practice on. Before we do that, I have some people who still need to take their star reading screener. We must do this 3 times a year. The ominous, I don't know who they are at the district, gives me this information and says, make your students do this. And so then I look at you and I say, students, do this. Naomi, Louisa, Emily, Rory, Carissa, Josie, people who are here. Allie, and Allie is not here yet either. Soren, Allie, Soren. I think that's all the people who are here that are on my list. Please go to Clever, Renaissance, Star Reading, and take your screener. Allie, I think it's going to ask you for a password. It's Flex, Flex, lowercase. Um, ooh, Zizi gave us a John Steinbeck fact. He got a bunch of threats, so he purchased a handgun. I wonder if he took his handgun around on his travels with Charlie, and if that's. But he did say he was never recognized on his trips. But he also wrote things like The Grapes of Wrath and some other books. By the way, The Grapes of Wrath, don't read it till high school or college. And if you read it, read every other chapter because the story chapters are amazing. And the informational chapters about the Dust Bowl are boring. So, there we go. Uh, no, it's not inappropriate at all. It's just is kind of hard to read. So you can read it. I'm just saying it's kind of hard to read. So I would wait until you've had more reading practice is what I would say. So, um, but yeah, feel free to read it. It just, if you read it now, you'll probably hate it. There's some books that I read as a middle schooler and I thought they were awful and the worst thing ever. And then I read them as an adult and I was like, oh, this was really good. I just didn't understand it. It was hard. That's okay. I needed more practice. All right. So yeah, I mean, I think sometimes getting down on ourselves, like, I don't like reading, it's because we're reading bad stuff. Soren, thank you for getting your reading screener. Ali, if you want to get yours. The rest of us, I would love it if we spent 3 minutes. Let's write about this picture. This picture is kind of funny. You can tell a story. You can write an informational text, how to drive when there are seals on the road. You could write a poem. You could write whatever you want. 3 minutes. Go. So try and write for the whole time. So like, I kind of want to hug that seal would be a great first line. Keep going. So keep going, try and write for the whole time, and then let's see how we're doing. We have about 20 seconds, so kind of like find a like end your sentence. Okay, I did not get very far on mine. I said Sally the seal was so excited. It was her first marathon. She dreamed of marathon participation, and this was it. And then I was going to keep going. Hi, Rosalind. Ooh, somebody wrote, I'm going to put it here, and if they want to say it's theirs, I will, but this is cool. So, how to drive with seals on the road in informational text. Don't. You're not above the seal. You're not above the seal. The seal is above you. And that is a baby seal. If you try with an adult seal, it will not turn out well for your car. In emergencies, go around. If you have nowhere to be, wait. I love this. How many times are you going to see a seal on a road? Do not approach the seal. That is not for its safety, but for yours. I think that's why, Alia, you have to follow those driving rules that somebody said. Zizi said the seal ate the car because it looked like snow. I want to know how many times the seals go in the snow. Somebody else had said that the seal escaped an aquarium and he was about to be arrested for escaping his aquarium prison. Seems like you could have a whole big story on that too. That could go more. I love it. The seal is laying on the ground because he's tired. He's like, I am so tired. Oh, uh, yeah, if there's a moose on the road, on the swerve, yeah, if you want to, this is sort of an old one, but I just really like I really like the picture. It's like it was a real picture that was really happening. But if you would like to post your story and see what stories other people wrote, um, these are from the New York Times. And let's see here. Let me go. Get big. Um, you can do a comment on here and they love it when you do comments. So they have, and you can just say, like, you can make up a name too, but uh, the seal was born a few weeks before. At first, it did not know how to survive, get food, and flee from enemies. Therefore, his mother stayed with him day and night, protecting him and teaching him how to survive independently. Ah, yeah, yeah. How did this baby seal get here? Sophia, you were right. I did not, um, yeah. He was wandering around Connecticut because that's what you do. Um, yeah. Anyway, okay, fun times. Fun times are over. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for practicing your writing. No more fun times now. We went over um our how come this is not my same? I feel like I changed. Okay. Um, we are going to, this is module G, no, E, F, G. Yeah, G, G, G. I don't know why I swear I moved this, but I might have put it in the wrong day. So what we want to talk about first is so the last couple days we looked at literary nonfiction, which is just like, it's a story, but it's true, right? I can tell you a true story about my morning. I got up this morning, I took a shower, I ate breakfast, I came to work. True story. I could have made it like more exciting, like there's a seal in Australia. Um, but then informational texts are made a little bit differently. So what I would like to do, I'm gonna put on a whiteboard. And for those of you who don't know about Zoom whiteboards, when I get there, come on, come on. Oh, I need to stop my screen share. I'll stop. And then come on, whiteboards, existing whiteboard. Thank you. Um, Open. So you can, when this opens, you can write on this whiteboard. On the left side, there are text boxes, so you can add a text box. There are also sticky notes. I love the sticky notes actually because they show up better. What I would like you to do so we're going to stop trying to get off to the sides because then it just makes the thing move for everybody else. Um, and then what you want to do is you want to, oops, I'm going to stop Rosalind from presenting. What you want to do on the information side, add some ideas about what you know about informational writing. What is it like? What does it sound like? So sometimes there are like bullets in it. Rosalind, I need you to not present because otherwise it makes it so the rest of us can't write on there. And then the other side, the narrative, what kind of things are in there? Like some things in there are like dialogue, are people talking? So add some details, and if there's something that's in both of them, put it in the middle. Okay, so add some ideas. You can make them look pretty. You can change the whatever. Indentations, I love it. What a good word. Or information, yes, both of them. Sorry, I thought you were saying indentations, which is, excuse me, I don't know why I got the hiccups all of a sudden, which is also like beginnings of paragraphs. You want to indent beginnings of paragraphs in both kinds of writing. Alia, you can just write on your screen. Kind of cool. So you can click one of the tools on the side. There's a toolbar on the left side. Click on the tool you want and then put it on there. Yeah, it's kind of cool, right? How would you know if you hadn't done this before? All right, so what do we know about narrative writing? What do we know about informational writing? What kinds of things are like both of them? So these are like stories. Ooh, facts. Yep. Sources. Yeah, it tends to, you're so right. In informational writing, we tend to have our sources cited. Don't so much in narrative writing. What else? What else? Sometimes headings. Ooh, both of them are gonna have like chapters. What else? What else? Ooh, I love that paragraphs. Beautiful. Hi, Leland. We're writing on the whiteboard on your screen. We're deciding what do we know about informational writing and what do we know about narrative writing. They both have words. Very good. All kinds of writing. Well, except our graphic novels. We did those in pictures. They had pictures and words, which both of them could also have pictures. Ooh, there's a lot of things that are the same. They have an ending, a conclusion. Awesome. You could write them both in cursive. Nice. Can write them in different fonts. Fonts can be important. All right, let's take like one more minute. What last things are you going to add? What is sort of some things that are the same and some things that are different about informational writing? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so I'm going to push the present. And we have like sources and headings, and they can have bullets, topics. Sometimes they're about like real topics. And I would say narrative writing could also be about like things like cars and seals. You could do both. Like the one we saw from our anonymous student was an informational writing about how to be safe when there's a seal on the road. Whereas the escape from the aquarium was a narrative, right? It's a story about escaping from from an aquarium. Dialogue, I love this. Like writing, there's a lot of things that are the same. You have body paragraphs, you have words, information, titles, indented beginnings of paragraphs, facts, conclusions. Could have different fonts, chapters. Y'all are so smart. Awesome sauce. So I'm gonna close this and it's gonna close for all of you, I think. And I'm gonna reshare my screen. So what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be thinking about, again, what kinds of things do we notice we when we're reading some of those nonfiction things. So our travels with Charlie, right? It was like in paragraphs. And it gonna look very different than our things from today. So let me go open our one from today. Do, 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 do. And I'll start with a little lesson overview because that's, what we're trying to learn. Our objectives, we want to learn how the structure of a text helps or hurts its purpose and central idea. Sometimes how things are laid out can really change how we read it. So if I look at this paragraph takes some work to read, right? So the layout might be different. We're going to analyze how the use of text features, and graphics helps or hurts the purpose and central idea. So how, again, the layout. And then we're going to write a review that evaluates how well the information achieves its purpose. That review is actually going to be in like 2 weeks after our state testing, but that's what's coming up. So our texts that we're going to read today look like this. So we have 3 informational texts, and I'm feeling bad that I didn't like make all the formatting fancy again, but I wasn't thinking I was going to use this one this year, but we did. Anyway, so we're going to read 3 informational texts that present information visually. As you read them, you want to consider the visual format. So again, read like a reader, what's this about? And read like a writer, how did the author write this? You could think about like, are there pictures? Are there lists? Are there bullets? How did the author do this? And we're going to be marking the text as we read. And then at the end, we're going to, I will send you all the link. We're going to be answering some questions. So here's our link. And so the first one that we're going to read is this text called physical wellness. I don't know why I like that, that sound right now, but physical wellness. If we just look at the beginning of this, what do we notice about this physical wellness text? What do you notice? Kinds of things do you notice? Think about like what we just wrote down in on our whiteboard. Awesome. Yes, there are sections and there's pictures and there's information. And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we add all this. So like we could be like, hey, there's sections. It's divided, because we noticed that, into sections. And then we might want to even like be thinking about like, what are those sections as we start reading? Somebody else said there's pictures. So I could add that too. Like there's pictures. And those pictures, like I could be thinking about like, why are these here? So I'm like, why are these here? So as I'm reading, I'm going to be thinking about that. At the beginning, it also has like a big old title. Good job. And then it has more information. And Zizi also said check boxes. Yes, indeed. So if I start reading physical wellness checklist. Oh, so I'm already seeing that there's like check boxes right here. Here's my checklist. Positive physical health habits can help decrease your stress, lower your risk of disease, and increase your energy. Here are some tips for improving your physical health. Get active. How well your body functions affects your ability to accomplish your daily activities. Sedentary behavior, which means always sitting or lying down awake. Oh, that is not what they are doing here. They're moving around. Has been linked to a shorter lifespan and a wide range of medical problems. Anytime you get up and move, you're improving your chances for good health. I know, Rosalind, especially at online school, actually, if you notice right now, I raised my desk up and I'm standing up, but sometimes I realize like I've spent all day sitting in my chair. And that's really not good. And so we could also write that too. Like I could put that in, like I could make a connection. I sit a lot during the day, or sit and lie down. I know when I get home, first thing I want to do is go lie down, right? Lie down, lay down, sorry. All right, so I'm going to give you a second. On your Kami document, go add some stuff. Add some ideas, add some thinking to the beginning, and then we'll keep reading. Yes, Carrie?
I was gonna say, like, do you always get tired from standing up all day?
It depends. So sometimes yeah, and sometimes no. And so yeah, I definitely have to say there are some days when I'm more energetic than others.
Oh.
But I also find the more that I stand up, even when I don't want to, the more I want to stand up later. So kind of pushing myself a little bit kind of helped.
Getting yourself taller than just
I know, I gotta be tall. I'm not
so
that
short.
tall. Compared to everybody in my family, I am short, which is funny because I'm not that short, I don't think, compared to like the world. But my husband is 6'5", my son is 6 feet, and then I'm like 5'6", so. Um, so right on the top of your page, make some notes, give me a thumbs up when you're ready, and we'll look at some of our check boxes. And maybe we can answer some of our questions. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. I love Josiah's typing. So good. Allie, you and me. And we even like good music too. I'm like, okay. None of y'all, nobody in this room came to the farm with us yesterday. It was so fun. Zizi, you tower over us. So make some notes just like I did. Note that there are pictures divided into sections, titles. You can make arrows. You can do some sketch notes. Zizi, that's probably true. And I don't know, fortunately or unfortunately, the people who are born as female tend to get to their maximum height earlier than people who are born as males. Happens. I don't know. So as I'm thinking about this, I also have like these pictures. I asked why these are here, and I'm going to make an inference because so I read this and it's like it's telling me that I need to get active. So I'm going to say like the pictures are um they are about the paragraphs to the right of them. And then I have these text boxes, ways to increase your activity, take the stairs instead of the elevator. I always do that. I'd rather take the stairs. Have walk meetings with colleagues. I wish I could. Walk on a treadmill while watching TV or using the computer. I always think I will and I won't. Set an alarm on your computer to go off every hour and prompt you to move around a minute or two. That would be good. That's what my watch does, and I ignore it. Try walking as if you're already late, so you like walk faster. Have small weights in your office or home. Don't have those. And so as I said that too, like I could make some notes, like I could say like, don't have these. And make some connections, right? Like walk instead of I do this. Or I could just check it off, right? I could do that too. Check, I do that. Have walking meetings. No, no, no. Yes, I could do that. I got 2 out of 6. All right, so I'm going to go down a little bit more, keep writing on yours, and I'm going to look at this maintain your body. Your bones and muscles and joints all work together to make your body an amazingly movable machine. Like any machine, your body can suffer some wear and tear. It needs regular care and maintenance to keep moving with ease. Could say like your body gets old. Bodies get Allie, you know what? I did. I put it, it should have popped up in your browser. Let me see. It did. It's one of your tabs that are open right now, and you just need to scroll down to the Kami document. So I could keep saying bodies get old, take care of them. And then like these are ways to take care of your body. Maintain a healthy weight. I want to know like what is that? I don't know. Why? Engage in muscle strengthening activities. Aim for 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity each week. Ooh, that's 30 minutes, 5 times a week. Wear comfortable, properly fitting shoes. This is a big one for me. I have such a hard time finding good shoes. Eat a well-balanced diet. Try to avoid lifting heavy objects. Wait, why? Wait, I don't understand this. Avoid lifting heavy objects, but I want to do muscle training. Like, I don't understand this. I'm gonna have some problems here. Like, this doesn't make sense. Just because something's on a checklist doesn't mean you have to do it all. Okay. Ah, Lex, that is such a good idea. They probably mean heavier than you can comfortably carry. I love it. Okay, avoid too heavy. Got it. Okay. Tell me, I need some feedback if you need me to like go slower and Soren, thank you. I missed yours too. Thank you. I think they mean like lifting heavy items that are too heavy and will hurt you. Yes. You all are smart. Smartness. Yes, Carrie.
Um, I was gonna say like we have like these two boxes of like Chipotle.
Uh-huh.
Don't ask. And we would like have like these. We have these art dishes in there, and I will always look on the side of the box to like. It would say like to squat down to get the box instead of like picking like having like half of your body in the air while picking it up because
Oh,
like
yeah.
you
So like
can
maybe
break your back.
yeah, like maybe you want to like lift safely. Like maybe that should be on there for maintain your body. Lift safely. I liked
Mhm.
Lex's. It's not too heavy if you can comfortably hold it. Yeah. All right, Carrie, you got some stuff written on yours. Lilith got some stuff written on yours. Alia got some stuff written on yours. I see. Nope. Josiah, Berkeley. I just don't want to go too fast. So that's all. You might split your screen. So you can split your screen by pushing Control and one of the bracket keys, and it'll split your screen. Or you can kind of do the small and move it over, and then you can see my Zoom screen and yours to write at the same time. And you can get it done. And then you don't have to worry about doing it later. Oftentimes for me, like for work, people have been telling me like, oh, I'm behind. One of the reasons I get behind is like, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I'll just do it later. Don't just do it later because that makes it hard, right? Just do what you can now. And then if you need to go back to it later, you can, but then you have it done. You have something done, right? So get something done now. It's going to help you later. And as we're saying this, now I'm going to sit down. So always better to sit down with a big heavy grunt too. That should be on there too. All right, the last part of this, oh nope, it's not. This one is 2 pages. So the bottom of this page says eat a healthy diet. We make dozens of decisions every day. When it comes to deciding what to eat and feed our families, it can be a lot easier than you might think to make smart choices. A healthy eating plan not only limits unhealthy food, but also includes a variety of healthy food. Find out which foods to add to your diet and which to avoid. So limit bad fats. Okay, bad fats. Reduce saturated fats. Cut back on sodium. Choose fresh foods that have added salt. Oh, sodium is salt. Okay, I'm gonna have to like say, I'm gonna give myself a note. Sodium equals salt. Um, Less than 5. Okay. Choose complex carbs like whole grain cereals, starchy vegetables, legumes. Ooh, I wonder if beans are on that list. I like beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, garbanzo beans. Cut back sugars, get more fiber, switch to whole grains, eat more vegetables, beans, nuts, seeds. Okay. And I can again like think about like what do? I do most of these, I think. I like whole grain. I don't like white bread. I don't know. I actually think I don't get enough salt. Hmm. I'm very picky with food. You're not alone, Carrie. Sometimes if we find healthy foods we like and start eating more of those or just start trying them, that can be helpful. Sometimes we just got to eat what we can eat too. Especially Carrie, I think you were saying you had a lot of like food allergies to get that's what causes some of your migraines and stuff. So like knowing every body is different, so knowing what's good for your body.
I never said I had allergies.
So, but you were saying like you couldn't eat some stuff because of your migraines, I thought, which is a kind of allergy. Actually, Miss Rodriguez.
I don't, no, no, no. I don't really have any allergies. Like, I'm
Okay.
perfectly fine with eating food.
Okay. You just don't like it, like a
Yeah.
lot of it. Yeah. Which is, you know what? That's also normal for middle school students. Now, when you get to high school, no, I'm kidding. It's also normal. Um, all right, Lex, thank you. All right, I'm gonna keep going down here. And it just looks like if I'm looking at here, it's like I'm gonna just read the titles. These are actually called subtitles. I'm gonna make that a red. These are all subtitles. And I can do like this. This is a subtitle. This is also a subtitle, just a different one. And I notice there's more pictures. Mind your metabolism, build healthy habits, find a healthy weight. Okay. So I'm gonna just say like how could we like just like kind of skim this? Could we say that down here it's like more of the same as above, or should we like what do you think? What do you think? Kind of like okay, more ways to be healthy. And that's what I'm going to say. And then I'm going to just stop reading this. If I need to go back to it, I could skim those subtitles and look. But what do you think? Do we need to keep reading this or do we think we're done? And ready to go to the next part? I love it, Alia. Good job. You are good with writing with your stylus too. I don't have a stylus, so trying to write with my mouse is ridiculously hard. All right, so I'm gonna just pause here for a second. Oh, and Carrie, if yours is broken, oh, somebody had a really good idea, like you can write with your hand, but if you ever get back to Flex, you can also go there and ask them for one. Just because I know the questions at the end, what do you think is the main idea or purpose of that first text? What is this first text? What is the main idea or purpose of it? Why is this written? What are they trying to teach us? Why was this text written? What are they trying to teach us? Yes, it's about healthy habits and what are they trying to teach us about healthy habits? I love that. Yes, so like healthy habits can be made by eating good food. What else? Go back up here. What else? Getting active, right? And get well, like we could say that eating food, good food, and getting active, working out. Yes, and I love that. That's a better word. And working out, right? Excellent. So we could write our summary for the first text. You could say something else too. Oh, I scrolled down to the bottom, Alia, because the last page is the questions. Good question. And it just says summarize each one. So I just thought, well, it's in our head. Let's summarize. There you go. Good job. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Give me a ready or give me a yay. Okay. Thank you. Wait for a couple more. Thank you, Carrie. Hola, JD. We are reading together. We finished our first informational text and we're sorry, I'm gonna like make somebody sick. We were marking our first informational text, like reading like a reader, what's this saying, and then reading like a writer, how is this written? And now we still need to do our second and our third texts, but we were pausing to write our summary of the first one. What's it about? And okay, and it looks like we are ready to, so the number 2 question, and I'm just because I know this one. This is also about that same text. Your healthiest self, physical wellness checklist. What is the benefit of providing a checklist? So if we look back at this text, why do you think they put this checklist on here? How does that help us? How does that help the reader? How does that help the purpose? So if this text is about trying to help people be healthier and by eating and getting more active, um, by eating and getting more active, why would they have the checklist here? Why do you think they have the checklist here? What do you think? How does this help us learn about being more active and eating healthier? Harry wants some help. That's good. Ooh, helps people understand what they can do by completing those goals. What do you think? What do you think? Is that like the author's writing this? They like gave us this paragraph about like getting up and then they're like saying, take the stairs, have walking meetings. What do you think? You can give JD a thumbs up or you can write something else. Or you can unmute and say something else too. I don't have to be the only one talking. Although, you know, I love my voice. I have the best voice. So the question was actually number 2 at the bottom here. What is the benefit of providing a checklist for each of the actions in your healthiest self physical wellness checklist? Why did they put that checklist there? We're talking about like we're reading like a writer. Why, how does this checklist help us? Thank you for asking, by the way. Oh, I like that too, to keep track of what you can do. Beautiful. Any other ideas? Okay, so so the first part, this is a 2-part question. So for the first part of the question, we could say something like JD said, helps people understand those specific goals. We could say something like Allie said, to keep track of what you do or what you can do. Could say that too. We could say both. Oh, come on. Keep track of what you can do. That's part 1 of the question. And then we're gonna have part 2. So tell me when you're ready for part 2. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready for part 2 of the question. Um, So part 2 of the question asks, how do the checklists make the document more useful than if the information were provided in, say, for example, a video? So what they're trying to say is like the way that information comes to us really affects how we consume it. So sometimes when I see something in like a YouTube video, I use it differently than if I see it like printed or if I see it on something else. So why do you think the checklists maybe make the document more useful than a video? What do you think? And you could start this by like the checklist is more useful than a video because, and then you can tell your because. All right, so what you want to do, I'm going to kind of leave you to work and we'll go work in different places and you can choose if you want to work together or on your own. But you want to do the same thing with the second text, which is Be Ready Earthquakes, which has some different, you'll notice this looks really different than that first one. And then the last text is Stop Germs, Wash Your Hands. So again, looks different. And you're going to want to read it just like we did up here. What does it say? So we did what does it say in the blue and how is it written? It's divided into sections. It has checklists. So what does it say? How is it written? Read like a reader, read like a writer. And then you're going to keep answering those questions at the bottom. The number 3 question, so after you read the second one, that's text 2, you want to do a summary. And then number 3 is about that one and Be Ready Earthquakes. How is the information organized? How does the image help the reader better understand the information? Give some examples. And then the last one question is about the last text. What are 2 big ideas in Stop Germs, Wash Your Hands? What does the author want you to remember most? And how does the author get you to remember these? So all of these is like multiple questions in one question. So be careful with that. All right, questions, concerns? Oh, I didn't do attendance yet. I'm sorry. Let me see who I like for attendance. Who's my favorite people here? Javier, are you here? Usually you're here. Oh, yep, okay. Okay. Thanks, Lilith. I knew Lilith was here. I know Alia's here. Some of my favorite people are here. I guess Zizi's here. Alma, I don't see. Rosalind, I saw. Josie, I don't see. Berkeley is here. Emily, I don't see. Eileen, I don't see. Carrie, I saw. Naomi, I didn't see. Soren, yay. Allie, yay. Zizi, thank you. Juliet, I don't see. Alia, yay, yay. Lex, yay. Lilith, yay. Sorry, my yays are getting, it's not you. I don't see Rory, Louisa, Sophia. Give me just a second, I'll answer. Don't see Josiah, don't see Carissa. All right. No, I see Josiah. I don't see Deshawn. Josiah, I see you. Sorry. Yes, you can work off Zoom if you want, or you can stay here and JD and I will continue to help you if you want. I will open our breakout rooms if you want to just be a quiet place. Ali and Alia, I would like you to, I'm gonna show you how to do something else. Leland, you didn't answer my question. Just curious. Ali, yeah. So Ali, can I get you to finish your star reading screener quick before you go? Thanks. And Alia, I want to help you log into the reading screener too. Wait, I don't want you to redo it. Hold on. Oh, actually, so you started it again and you don't, you should be able to use the password flex, F-L-E-X, Ali, and you shouldn't have to start all the way over again.
Well, I paused it like a couple times, but every time like this class I started to do it again and then I accidentally left it open so it skipped like 5 questions because I
Oh
have a
no.
timer.
Okay.
So I have to do it again.
How about just finish it and let's see what it is. So Leland, I answered
Okay.
that above. Do you want to go look what I said? And Rosalind, you finished it actually. And let me see. Thank you for doing it. And where is, oops, I didn't push open. There's open. Yes, there was a pause screener option, Leland. Rosalind, you didn't fail it. Rosalind, how about you want to come? I'll show you how you did if you want. But you did great. You did fine. You can't fail it. And you did fine. Okay, awesome, JD. That's awesome. And I'm glad Rosalind's there. So Leland, and so my answer was, I don't see where you're looking for that because I have yours checked off. I think Rosalind, I think JD's coming to say hi to you because she's there and she's like, hi. So you can get off Zoom if you want. She's going to work with you if you want. All right, Soren. Soren, thank you for doing your reading screener and thank you for working on this. If you have questions, I'll be here for another half hour, so you can always come back too. Okay. Good. And right now, Carrie, you're going to finish this. Leland, I said, I don't know why you think you haven't done your screener. I see it's checked off. I don't know what you're asking, but I want to know. And why do you have 2 clocks on your walls that are at different times? That's kind of cool. So Leland, I asked why you think you haven't done the reading screener. And we got to see your whole wall with all 6 clocks. Can you show me where it does? Because I don't know where it does. It looks to me like it's not missing. So I can fix it if I know, but I don't know where it is. It's telling you that. Yes, Carrie.
I'm lagging like so bad right now. But what do I do with the maintain your body? Like I don't know what it means.
So that's a good question. So like, well, like, do you just not, so tell me more about what you're trying to do. What's the I need the question again.
It's like your bones, muscles, joints like all work together to make your body
Uh-huh.
an amazing movement machine. And like to keep your body healthy is like maintain a healthy weight and like I just don't know what that means.
So, I mean, I would think like healthy weight, ask your doctor, because it depends on the
Uh,
person. But
I don't see my doctor until June.
you
So
don't have to do, Carrie, this is just a reading exercise. You do not have to do these.
yeah.
Okay. So we're just thinking about how this is written and what it says. If you want to do some of these, great. If you don't, that's not the assignment. Oh, are we gonna fight? Who am I gonna fight, Elia? Am I gonna fight Carrie? She'd win. Am I gonna fight Leland? He might just get in a different time zone. He's gonna like change. Um, oh yeah, she would totally win. I'm a wimp. Okay, Alia, can I help you get to your star reading? And so you can take your reading screener. Um, to get there, you want to go to a new tab. Okay, so we're gonna switch gears for a minute because I have a reading screener that you still need to take. So, and you should be able to finish it like in the next half hour. So could you open a new tab and I'll help you get there. Okay, and then go to your student apps. Sorry, I was trying to watch and I didn't see anything. Um, okay, go to Clever. It's the big blue C. So if you go back to that app, there you go. And then that big red R at the top, Renaissance. And we'll wait for it to load. And then star reading. And then just pick a person. It doesn't matter. If you scroll down, you'll find me, but it doesn't matter. Good. And then start your test. Good job. And now I'll be quiet. And if you have questions, you can ask. That is an excellent plan, Alia. Good job. Good job, Allie. So, Carrie, if you want to, I know you're lagging. If you want to keep trying to work on the thing together, we can. But if you're really lagging, you can also work on it by yourself. Star clips, are they like hair clips? I might need to see these. They're so cute. Those are adorbs. Oh, and I like, ooh, very cute. Yeah, so Allie, if you want to thank you for finishing that, by the way. Hugs to you. And if you want to keep working on reading those last 2 texts and answering those last 3 questions, that would be good. Thank you for
I think
finishing
I'll
that.
finish all of them. I just need to finish the last part of the first one.
Perfect. Thank you. You don't have to write any, if you wrote on the first page, like you can say like more of the same, because it's not like, the idea is just to think about like what it's saying. It's okay.
Okay.
Save you some time.
Bye.
Bye.
I have a really good singing voice.
Are you gonna sing for me while I want you to sing the words as you
Yes,
read them.
Yeah, I know this one song, and it's like really cool. It goes like, "Oopa oopa oopity doo, I got a bad feeling about you. Oopa oopa, I don't know, dude. I got a bad feeling about you. Bad feeling, bad feeling. I got a bad feeling about you." Do you like my singing?
I love Willy Wonka. Like that's where I know that song from.
Yeah.
Um,
Used to be trending in like 2023 to 2024.
Really? Because that's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm surprised.
So for Thursday, we're gonna be watching this very scary movie, and we're gonna be watching The Conjuring.
What you're doing? Sorry, tell me again.
I'm gonna be watching Thursday. I'm gonna be watching this scary movie called The Conjuring.
Why are you watching scary movies?
I don't know. I just think, even though I get like jump scared by them, I just still like watching scary movies.
I
And
don't like the jump scares, and I don't like nope.
you can like call me crazy, weird, whatever, but I don't get nightmares when I like watch that kind of stuff.
I'm so glad because I just can't sleep. And then I have like I have really vivid dreams anyway. So
I get like weird dreams. Sometimes I just like see black and just don't get dreams at all. Hmm. What? I don't even know how to spell diet. This is so hard. A-T-I or E-T. Oh. There's 6 pages. Wow.
there are, but some of them are a lot faster to read than others.
Mm.
Oh, you know what? So Carrie,
Hmm. Yeah.
So for the first question, it looks like you're a little confused about what text 2 is and text 3 is. So finish writing what you're doing on number 2, and then we'll talk. I'll help you with the one above it.
Okay. Also, this morning there was a spider on my wall.
Ew.
Yeah.
No, I actually don't mind spiders. I just don't want them dropping on me. Like, that's what. Okay. Okay, good. And then, so then the second part of that question is, why do you think they have those checklists there? Why do they, so in that text, if you look back up, remember they had that checklist on the side? Why did
Mhm.
they do that? They didn't have to. Why do you think they put the checklist there?
It's to check out, to like see what things are good and things that are bad.
Yeah, exactly. So like the reader can check off what they do and what they could do, right? Perfect.
Mhm.
Write that down.
Avoid tobacco practice when you quit smoking. You may improve. Wow. That should be for the teenagers in high school, not us.
You know, I did not pick that particular text, so yeah. It's not, yeah, I don't know.
High
So
schoolers need
okay,
to
on number
learn.
2, so you put in they put the checklist there because, so that's number 2 still. So keep writing in number 2. The checklist is there.
Eating healthy is good. To eating healthy is good because your body needs healthy food and water.
Good. Okay, and then you can say they put in a checklist there because.
I'm supposed to add 2 texts.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. And so why is that? So the very last part of that same question, why is that better? Why is the checklist better than if like they tried to give all that in a video? Why is a
Mhm.
printed checklist maybe? So that's still in number 2. So go back up. Go back up.
My question is that why did they had to add earthquakes if this is about healthy diet?
So we're not there yet. It's okay. Pause. Go back up to number 2. And so like why are the check boxes on the paper, like on a written document, better than a video? How would that help the
Um,
reader more than a video?
it's like you need to like um if you like say like you want to start a diet like tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
you can check out the things that you need to eat and the things you don't need to eat.
Okay.
Like healthy food, like vegetables, like eat healthy.
And
And
so why do you think the author put that, like why didn't they make that into a video? How would it be different if you saw it on a video versus if you saw it on the paper like you did? How would you use that differently?
because they want us to eat very good healthy foods so we
Well,
don't.
if you saw that list, that same checklist on a video, what would you need to do to be able to use it?
um
If I was like on a video and I said, one thing that you can do to get better is drink plenty of water. Another thing you to do is move more. Finally, you could play.
okay.
Right.
What?
So why is this checklist? How was a reader use this checklist differently than if they had a video of it?
um because video and paper are very different.
Why? Tell me how.
Because you're writing it on paper, then writing it on computer of the same in video.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Write that down. Write that down. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so if you go back up to the first question, you'll notice it says text 1 and text 2. Not the first text, so okay, so do you see there it says text number 1, it says text 1, text 2, text 3.
Yeah.
Text 2 means it's a different reading. Okay, so the
Mhm.
text 2 is, if you go up, is the one about earthquakes. So let's go look at that. There's just 3 different readings here together. So do you see it? It says, be ready, earthquakes. So go down. Not that far, like page 3. Not number 3, go up to page 3.
Oh. Oh.
See that one. Okay, so this is a different text and we're gonna write on it. So what do you notice about this text?
Check your chimney and roof and repair loose tiles and bricks.
Okay.
I don't know what that word says.
I can't see which word you're talking about. Do you want to spell it for me?
Anchor.
Anchor. Anchor.
Oh,
Good word. Yeah. So if
anchor.
you just look at this first for a second without reading the words, what do you notice about this? How is it, like, what do you see?
There's a house with different kinds of stuff of what to do for an earthquake.
Excellent. Can you write that in the corner? Like write that somewhere on there. It's a picture of a house with what you do in different parts.
Okay.
Okay. So you don't have to read every single thing on here, Carrie. So if you have that, you could go down now and to question 1 and write in what is, so text 2, that's question 1, says text 2, what was that about? It's about
Um,
what you just said.
Houses.
And what about houses? What to do in,
What to do during an earthquake.
correct. So put that in number 1. It's where you said drink water right now, because that was about the first text, not the second text. There you go.
Oh,
Yep.
so I wasn't supposed to put that?
That is correct. Yes. So go back up to the
Huh?
drink water, change it to say it's about how to prepare your house for an earthquake.
How to stay safe during an earthquake.
Excellent. Okay. And so now go down to question 3 and let's read it and see what it says. It says, in Be Ready Earthquakes, how is the information organized? And you just told me how did they put those little bubbles on there? By what?
By telling you, um, to, how to be safe and healthy during an earthquake.
And you said before, like go back and look up. Is it just in general or what? Like go back and look.
Okay.
Okay. So like the first one
I
said
know.
anchor items to the wall and it's pointing to like a bedroom. And
Yes, a
then
picture.
there's ones that's pointing to like a living room and a garage and a car. So how is the information organized here? Is it just a big list like we saw above, or is it put in
It's
different ways?
like a big um a big Oh, I forgot.
You're getting it. I think you have it. It's just how to say it.
It's like I'm learning English for the first time.
That's okay. This is new words. So one of the things we can say, Carrie, is it's organized spatially, which you'll learn that word in a minute, but it's organized by what to do in each space in the house, right? In each
Uh-huh.
room in the house, so you know what to do.
Mhm.
Okay. So can you go write something like that down in number 2? Or number 3, sorry, number 3. Alia got stuck on her. And it's almost time to go, so I'm gonna close the breakout rooms.
I don't know how to spell point. P-O-N-E.
As long as you get it close, it's good.
I'm gonna say P-O-N-E because that's all I can spell.
I love it. It was my favorite.
They point to the words.
Excellent. Or to the spaces in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alia, are you here?
Space.
Alia.
Ace. That's what I'm gonna say. To the places of what is shown. There. I did it.
Okay, and then so it says, how does the image help the reader understand the information better than a list would? So why is it good that they put it in each of the rooms?
Cause like if you're in an earthquake, there are some places that you can go in, like a bathroom, a closet, a room with no windows,
Uh-huh.
or basement or an attic.
So it kind of so why is it good that it did it that way instead of like the first one we just had a big list. They could have done it in just a big list.
Uh-huh.
Why is it better, do you think, to have it by space?
Um 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 uh to keep you protected during an earthquake.
And you know what to do in the different places, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. So to keep you protected by telling you then we gotta go. But you have one more text to read too. So there was the last one, it's on washing your hands. So that's number 4.
Yeah.
Okay. But we gotta go. You got one more class to go to. I got some stuff to go to. I'll see you later, okay? Bye.
Okay.
Bye, Alia.
Bye. I'll see you
Bye.
Friday.
Adios, amiga.